The permanent federal firings have begun, while President Trump finds creative ways to pay the military, in fact, to pay everything that's popular, while starving $2 trillion of federal spending that Democrats and their donors use as a permanent slush fund. Best shutdown ever. Last week, Base OMB Director Russ Vought issued the first raft of permanent firings called reductions in force, or RIFs. Now, RIFs start the clock ticking for thousands of bureaucrats, since if the shutdown is still going 60 days after a reduction in force, the parasite, or non-essential bureaucrat, is gone for good. So far, the IRFs target Democrat fiefdoms like Health and Human Services, Housing and Urban Development, the IRS, and Environmental Protection Agency. Now, it was only 4,000 IRFs in this first round, but Vought and Trump are signaling much more to come. Meanwhile, after Trump said he would use tariff revenue to cover food aid for pregnant women, called WIC, last week, he announced the military would also be getting paid using $8 billion unused dollars at the Department of War, with another $50 to $100 billion lurking in unspent accounts, plus $31 billion of border and military money, the big beautiful bill, cleverly tagged as mandatory meaning it keeps going even during a shutdown. Twitter commenter Latinx adjacent Ph.D. compared this to Julius Caesar paying his legions by seizing his enemy's assets, which is pretty close. Caesar did confiscate Democrats' or Optimates' estates to pay his legions. So far in the shutdown, Trump is doing exactly what I hoped, find creative ways to keep the popular stuff, from school lunches and WIC to Social Security and Medicare to air traffic, deportations, and the military, all whilst defunding the useless crap Democrats live off. This has kept voters on Trump's side. Indeed, many now wonder why we were wasting $2 trillion a year on people and programs that are non-essential. Meanwhile, Republicans' odds for the midterms, the all-important game in Washington right now, have actually improved since the shutdown. So a sex brought to you by I Trust Capital. Between public polling, threats to federal back pay, and now bona fide RIFs, Democrats are caving. 3 Democrat senators are already voting with Republicans to reopen government with no new spending. That's John Fetterman, Nevada's Cortez Masto, and Maine Independent Angus King. Alas, it takes another 4 to overcome the filibuster and actually reopen government. In a recent interview, Louisiana Senator John Kennedy suggested Democrats are quietly maneuvering to get 4 senators to cross the line with plausible deniability for Democrat leadership, but they have to wait until the October 18th No Kings rally, when their rioting activists will be out in force. So Democrats could surrender the week after, perhaps with some face-saving Obamacare boost, for which hopefully Republicans extract maximum concessions on federal spending and workers. But if they don't, if Democrats want to keep going, Caesar will seize more estates and the legions will get paid. Okay, we'll be watching. See you next time. If you want to protect generational wealth in gold and Bitcoin, or even if you want to speculate in crypto, I Trust Capital has built one of the most secure platforms in the world that you can even use with your IRA, so you don't pay any taxes until you retire. Because I Trust is dollars in and dollars out, your assets cannot be stolen by outsiders, something that actually happened to millions of crypto wallets in September. If you want to diversify your portfolio without paying gold custody and high fees, if you actually want to sleep at night without worrying about hacks and keys, check out the vault-grade security and institutional level protection of I Trust premium custody accounts. Visit itrustcapital.com/Peter and get an instant $100 funding bonus.